we're going to cook poached eggs, Karina's way.
Yeah.
And I always forget how to do it, so I'm going to record it
Ah.
so that I can go back and remember how I did it.
He's quite a clever man, this one.
I am. So, we start with...
Pan.
Yes, which is the first question, because which pan do I usually use?
Deep one.
I think it's the square one, isn't it? Oh,
That one there.
this one. About this size. I could get the tape measure and measure it, but I don't know. There's my hand for reference.
The bigger one.
Interestingly, this comes with a lid, but my recollection about last time I did with this was I used a different lid. Because if you'll notice, this lid has got quite a deep, thin ridge, and so when you put it on, it actually sits quite low down into the sauce, into the fry pan. And we don't want that, and I'll show you why later.
I actually think he's better at this than I am, but I'll go with that.
Now, oh, unless it was this one.
I think they're on the wrong saucepan.
Now, we put water in. And I filled it up, I think, about, it's a bit more than a third. Oh,
And then you turn the
put on
stove
the
on.
gas. Put on the gas. And it did actually light. So, that's awesomeness.
You need to put the lid on to boil it.
Yeah, this is where we'll get the other lid. This is actually a lid from a previous, no it wasn't that one, that was too big. It was this one. No, it wasn't that one either. Must have been this one. That lid. See? Different set of saucepans, but it sits up on top. What have you got there, Karina? Tell me about it.
So this is a dozen eggs, which actually only has 8 eggs in it. And we're going to use these eggs to make poached eggs.
How many are we cooking?
We normally have 2 each, I think, and there's 3 of us. So
There's 3 of us, so that'll be 6
we'll
eggs.
be using 6 of these eggs
2
today.
eggs each we usually find is about right. Good. Okay, here we are back again. The water is now boiling. Hopefully you can see that. It doesn't fog the lens up too much. Got a good bubble going there. Now, today we're going to use these nifty little silicone doohickeys. I don't know what to call them.
Egg poachers.
Poached eggs machines.
Egg poachers.
That's why I have Karina with me. She knows what things are called. And here they are. They look like, I don't know, bar cups or something. And they're nice, flexible, non-sticky, high temperature silicone. So, we lay, oh, where do we need to get them in picture? There we go. We lay them out. Oh, there's something else that I do. Just remembered.
What's that? Peter?
Yeah. We have also got this nifty little, and you can probably just use a spray can of vegetable oil, canola oil. We've got this little thing that you can put oil in, pump up,
Turns into a spray can.
Atomizes and sprays oil. So we'll do that, quick spray, just inside each one of the poachers. I just remembered something else I did last time too. And I'm just doing it over the water to catch the excess rather than it going everywhere. I wonder if it's in here. So do actually spread it around a little bit, make sure it gets all right up the sides. Just using another nylon
kitchen tool
basting brush thing. Okay, get it going up the edge. Now we could have done this while we're waiting for the water to boil, you know, Karina.
We could have.
We didn't.
We're not that smart.
Speak for yourself. Alright, that's done. Now, eggs.
You can do this.
Here.
There's step
What?
one of two ways. You can crack them into the little poaching egg cups while they're on the bench, or as I prefer to do is pop them into the water and then crack it in there.
I prefer to have a little bit more control over it.
So
Maybe this is why I end up with better poached eggs than Karina does.
He doesn't. But the reason I do it in the water is so that when you pop them in it doesn't splash so much. I'd rather learn to have control of cracking my eggs rather than get hot water splashed on me.
I still need 2 hands to crack my eggs. That's alright, it's just a fold back. And if I use 2 hands, hey, I can't do it one hand like the fancy people do. Now,
The employees at Macca's can do that.
is that right?
Yeah.
One at a time, and carefully place the eggs. Now it's critical here that the water's not too deep, because if the water's too deep, these little suckers tend to sink. And when they sink, you get water in the top, and that's one of the things that we're trying to avoid. The other reason why I put the eggs into things first, the broilers, the poachers first, and then put them in the water, is because you can get them all into the water more closer to the same time. And that way, when you set your timer, how long for?
3 minutes and 24 seconds.
3? You're not serious.
I always do it for that long. I
Alright,
actually think it's 4 minutes and 24 seconds.
3 minutes, is it? I don't know whether you can see that close, probably can't. Flaring, reflections, all sort of things. Start.
And pop the lid
And
on.
we put the lid on. I actually do a combination of having lid on and having lid off, because I check them, look at them, see how they're going.
You take the lid off at a minute to go and they should be right.
The lid on. That helps poach from the top. And now we wait. About this time, we put the toast on, because the toast takes about
It's about a
the
minute
right
per
time.
number on the toaster.
So we put the toast in, and by the time we've cooked the toast and buttered, we're ready to pull these out and put them straight onto hot buttered
For
toast.
eating.
Oh, really? Cool.
I eat them. It's really up to you what you do with the finished product. I think I got this time wrong. I think it's 4:24, not 3:24.
It doesn't matter. I do them until they're ready anyway.
No, but 4:24 is like a perfect amount of time for them. That's when they're always ready. Fun fact.
We check. Whoops. That's what you don't want to do. Seem to be going okay. No water in the top, except that one that I dribbled a little bit in. That should be alright. Well, the beep is going off, but we think 3 minutes 24 was too not enough. So Karina's going to add another minute
And it'll be
and start
exactly
it,
right.
and it'll be perfect. So do we take the lid off about now?
Yep.
Okay, let's do that. Got one away. Looks like they might still need a little bit more done on the top, but we don't want to overcook them.
That's the worst.
It is. And the toast is cooking. About half done. Ah, there goes the beeper again. Would you like to get that, Karina?
Love to!
Thank you. Now we're just inspecting these, looking to see how they're going.
I may have taken them off slightly too
Soon. I think it's still a bit too
prematurely.
wettish looking on the top, I think.
This one,
I
that
don't
one,
know.
that one, and that one, and that one. That one looks fine.
I actually think they look okay. I
Well-
think it might be a bit of water on the top.
I think That's because you popped them in after putting the eggs into them, and so you sank a little and a little bit of water splashed in. So it's really entirely up to you what you decide to do.
Alright, well I'm going to take them out so they stop cooking. Oh, try not to burn your fingers. Maybe you shouldn't try this at home. Especially not if you're a bit uncoordinated. Toast's ready. Butter. We butter toast. Or margarine it, as the case may be. Whatever the poison is. And am I still in picture?
Yep.
Ah, awesome. Because that wouldn't be a very well produced video if I wasn't still in picture, would it?
Not particularly. Yeah, a little bit.
Let's make one of those for the mother. We get the egg and we just run around the top edge. That's where it seems to stick the most. And if you're really clever, you can go plook, and it just finishes up beautifully on the top in the middle piece of toast. And with any luck, when we pop these open, the yolks will come running out and just beautifully cover. Ouch, these are really hot. Ah, I was doing some maths then, rather unsuccessfully I might add. One of these has 2 eggs on 1 piece of toast. There we go. And there's 1 more to go. Alright Karina, it's time for the litmus test. The proof in the pudding.
Right.
Dive your knife into one of those beautiful eggs and let's see how well it comes out.
And
Beautiful,
look at that.
runny, just gorgeous. Yum, well there you go. Success!